say my biggest strength is I am like very timely. I like organize everything out in my head so that I know when something has to be done and when I have to do it. And I work fast. Like when I'm like, if I like do something late, like a homework assignment or wait, I procrastinate, I always seem to do better than if I would like plan it out. Yeah, I mean, I always do better when I'm pressured, I think, than if someone's just like, oh, go do this. I'm always like, I don't know what to do. But if I'm being forced to do something, then I just do it and get it done, and it always turns out. When I don't like to tell people what to do, because I feel like that's not my job. I mean, I guess if I was like a manager or something, but I'd rather just do my job and not have to worry about bossing other people around and then them getting mad and drama. But I could, but I just don't want to. I don't like when people get mad in the kitchen, then it's just tension, and then they're mad at you, but then you have to tell them what to do, and then they don't want to do it. It's important because like for example, this is a bar question, but the other day, one of these girls needed a special drink, and she ordered it, so one of them picked up the ticket and made it, and she told someone else to make it, so then they made two. So like in the kitchen, if you say, I need this, and then someone's already making it, and then someone refires it, then you end up with two. Or if someone needs something out beforehand, you have to go tell them and make sure it comes out, or like allergies, you have to be sure to tell them what or what cannot be in it. No, I mean communication, because anybody can tell somebody else what to do, but you have to do it in a certain way. Like you can't just go in there and scream all the time. If everyone was just screaming in the kitchen, nothing would ever get done. You have to know when something needs to be done and not be shouty about it, I guess. Shouty.
Shouty. Is that an AI verb term?
No, I don't know.
Is it just a Sara term?
Yeah, I think.
It's so shouty.
Don't be shouty about it. Well, if you have someone that ordered like a salad entree and someone that ordered steak, you need to know when each one of them need to be done at the same time, because you can't have something sitting there forever in the window, and you need to know how long it's going to take you to do this, do that, so you can get it out all at the same time. Rather than like someone being late, because if you have to wait on a plate, then the whole ticket time is going to go up, and then the table's going to get mad, and the server's going to be mad, and it's just going to screw everything up. So you have to know when to do something. When you go in there, you need to know like what you have to get done and how much of each thing. You have to like plan your day out in your head. Like, I need this breakfast entree to be prepped by 7:30. And you have to be aware of everyone else, what they're doing, but you can't get distracted, because if you don't have your stuff done on time, then chef's gonna be mad at you. So you pretty much have to just go in there knowing what you need to get done and get it done on time, because otherwise you're gonna be in trouble. There are times, but we're still like in school, so a lot of us will be like, hey Megan, like how do I do this? Or like, how would you do this? And so that helps that you are with other people rather than by yourself, because when you're by yourself, you can't ask anybody questions. You pretty much are forced to you have to know what you're doing. If not, you have to improvise. But when you're in a work environment, you can always be like, hey, like I'm behind. Can you do this for me really quickly? And then I can have this out on time, or ask them a question, or you can always help them out too. Like if they need something done, or if they need something plated really quickly, you can help them. So it's good. We each make a breakfast entree, lunch entree, dessert, salad, and a soup. So it's pretty much you do whatever dish you have to do, but then they are all prepped and just like fired when somebody orders them in the restaurant. So you still have to work with someone else, because if someone gets like a soup for me and a salad from somebody else, we still have to communicate to where we have those out at the same time for the same table. But it's not where like I can be like, hey, like can you make this sandwich and I'm gonna do the fries. Or during a rush, it can be really busy. People can get mad, but you have to understand in the kitchen that when someone's really busy, you can try and help them, but just let them get out of it on their own. Like you can't just be looking over their shoulder, be like, get out of the way, like I'll just do it myself. Like you have to let them do their thing and get out of it, rather than just doing it, because if it's gonna happen again, they're still gonna be busy. And that's where communication comes in too. Like if someone's like trying to get like down the line, or like sharp behind, or you can't be always constantly running into each other and dropping things, because then gonna be chaos because you have to clean it up or remake it. And, I'm like a very clean, organized person. So I would want everybody to have their own space and a certain place for everything to be done, rather than like just people scattering all over, like, I'm gonna cut onions here and I'm gonna do this here. There should be like a certain area, and I would want, I don't know, organization. So if you're not organized and no one knows where anything is, then everyone's constantly gonna be like, where's the pan, or where's my knife, and I need a cutting board. So everything needs to have its own spot. Well, before I came here, I just knew that I liked like the culinary field, and that's just what I wanted to do ever since I was little. But I never really knew what went all behind it, like, especially like the management classes, like you have to like price out every plate and you have to know exactly what it's gonna cost to make it, and portion sizes and all the recipes, and I don't know. AI has just taught me the general aspect of it. And then also it's cool that you got to experience all the different like Asian and Latin and world, so you got to see like what area you might want to like be cooking in, what genre, so to speak, of what you wanted to do. So that helped, and you got to learn all different kinds of food and see different food. My thing was Food Network on TV.
Tell me about that.
My channel does not change on TV. That's what I watch. My friends get super annoyed when they come over. I watch Food Network and Cook HD, and the occasional TLC Cake Boss, but that's only when it's on TV, or Amazing Cakes. But yeah, I always just watch, ever since I was little, I'd go to the babysitter's house and just sit in front of the TV and watch Food Network, ever since I was little. Get off the bus and go watch Food Network. Like painting, you can only do so much, but in culinary, there's just so many things that you can do with food. I mean, there's colors, textures, there's different plating techniques, there's knife cuts, there's presentation skills, there's photographs. There's people out there, their job is just to make food look good. Not necessarily what it tastes like or how it's supposed to be eaten or what culinary department it's from. It's just making food look good, and there's so many things that you can do. It's unbelievable. I am like a nitpicker, so I'll just like sit and look at a plate and be like, this needs to be perfect, this needs to be rounder, this needs to move a quarter of a centimeter this way. But I mean, taste is important, but I like more on the presentation side. I think in my head, like, I have to make this, this, and this. How am I gonna put that together on a plate? And that helps determine like cooking techniques of what needs to be done, so of what it needs to look like. I'm a workaholic. I'm always at work or school. I think last week I'm in school about 20 hours right now, and I work 50 hours. So I had a 70-hour work week last week, and that's just like the norm. I just do that all the time. So I would say business, because I'm constantly working. Always.
That's a wrap.